The era of bulky desktop computers is ending. Imagine a machine the size of a book outperforming massive workstations. That is exactly what the rumored M5 Mac Mini is promising right now. And according to growing leaks and industry chatter, this may not be a normal Apple upgrade cycle anymore. For years, Apple gave us predictable improvements. Slightly faster chips, better battery efficiency, and small yearly performance jumps. But the M5 generation is being described very differently. This feels less like an update and more like a complete shift in desktop computing. Because the Mac Mini is no longer expected to remain Apple's simple entry-level desktop. Instead, it could become powerful enough to challenge machines like the Mac Studio and even certain Mac Pro setups. At the center of all these rumors is the M5 chip itself. Reports suggest Apple is using a heavily refined next-generation manufacturing process focused on both raw performance and thermal efficiency. And that matters because compact desktops have always faced one major limitation: heat. For decades, smaller computers usually meant weaker performance because powerful chips generated too much heat inside compact systems. You could either have a tiny desktop or a powerful workstation, but rarely both together. Apple now appears determined to completely eliminate that compromise. According to leaks, the M5 architecture introduces dramatically smarter high-performance cores with far more advanced predictive processing behavior. In simple terms, the chip may begin preparing workloads before users even finish commands. That means applications could feel almost instant. Video editing, rendering, multitasking, AI workloads, everything becomes faster not just because the chip is stronger, but because the system itself reacts more intelligently. And honestly, even the base model sounds ridiculous based on current speculation. Leaks suggest the standard M5 Mac Mini may handle professional 8K ProRes workflows, advanced 3D rendering, and demanding creative applications far beyond what people normally expect from such a tiny desktop. Apps like Blender, Final Cut Pro, and Octane could potentially run smoothly without the loud cooling systems usually required for this level of performance. Some benchmark discussions even point toward major multi-core performance improvements over the previous generation. But raw speed is only part of the story. Artificial intelligence is becoming the real focus of modern computing, and Apple reportedly plans to push heavily in that direction with the M5 lineup. The neural engine inside the M5 is expected to become dramatically more powerful, allowing advanced AI tasks to run directly on the machine instead of relying heavily on cloud servers. That means local image generation, large language models, creative AI tools, and automation workloads could run privately and almost instantly. Your data stays on the device. There is no waiting for remote servers. Everything happens directly on your desk in real time. And then we get to the physical design, which might be the craziest part of all these leaks. Reports suggest Apple could shrink the Mac Mini even further, potentially making it almost half the height of the current model. That sounds impossible considering the amount of power rumored inside. But Apple may already have a solution. Some leaks describe a new phase-change thermal siphon cooling system that operates without traditional mechanical pumps. Instead of relying on moving parts, the system would use liquid dynamics and heat pressure to transfer thermal energy silently. If true, this would allow the M5 Mac Mini to maintain peak performance for long periods without loud fans or aggressive thermal throttling, essentially delivering workstation-level power inside a silent aluminum box. Connectivity is another area where Apple may push aggressively. The M5 Mac Mini is rumored to introduce Thunderbolt 6 support with dramatically faster bandwidth for storage, displays, and accessories. For creators, that could completely change external workflows. High-speed NVMe arrays, multiple Pro Display XDR setups, and massive media transfers may finally operate without serious bottlenecks. But Apple may not only be targeting professionals anymore. Gaming is suddenly becoming part of the conversation too. With stronger graphics performance, hardware-accelerated ray tracing, and Wi-Fi 7 support, the Mac Mini could finally become a legitimate gaming machine instead of just a productivity desktop. And surprisingly, pricing may end up being one of the most important parts of Apple's strategy. The company reportedly wants the Mac Mini to become the modular desktop core for almost everyone. Students, creators, developers, editors, and gamers could all build setups around the same tiny machine. If these leaks are accurate, the M5 Mac Mini will not just be another Apple product. It could completely redefine what people expect from compact desktops. Because for the first time, the smallest Mac may actually become one of the most powerful computers Apple has ever made.